everybody's staying safe, washing your hands, and staying home. I'm here from Griff's Cavern with the Student Council from St. Clair College. My name is Shelby, and I run the kitchen at Griff's. Today, we're going to be cooking from our pantry. I've been asked to share a few recipes with you guys in order to be able to cook from home to prevent you from having to go out to buy more groceries. So, tonight, we're doing Mexican. I've taken a few simple things that everybody normally has, or especially during a pandemic, we've stocked up on. So, first thing we're going to start with is a can of black beans and some canned corn. We're going to take these two canned items and we're going to turn these into a Mexican salad. From that Mexican salad, we're going to turn that into quesadillas. So, let's get started. First thing you're going to do is open up your cans. I did that ahead of time. Thought it'd be a little easier. So we're going to very carefully open this up here. Now these are in water. This water is gross. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to head to the sink and we're going to strain them out and rinse them off. Just some cool water. Give them a light rinse until the water runs clear. Give them a good shake, dry them off as much as you can, and those are ready to go. So I'm going to grab my bowl, and we're going to throw those into those. Next we're going to do the corn. Same thing, already opened it up, so we're just going to give it a pour, get all of that juice out of there. The corn you don't have to rinse so much, the flavor's there, don't really want to rinse that away. So we're going to add that in here with our beans. Right. Move on back to our cutting board over here. Dry my hands off. Alright, so today we're going to start with a red onion, a red pepper, a tomato, lime, garlic, some ground cumin, as well as some oil. This is what we're going to be needing to make our salad. Now, if you don't have a few of these ingredients, it's okay. If you've got green onion instead of red or white, go ahead and throw that in there. If you're missing a tomato, salsa acts as a substitute. Red pepper, as great as it is, if you don't have it, it's not a big deal. So, first thing we're going to do is teach you how to cut this onion. Curl those fingers. The last thing you want to do is end up with your fingernails in your food. Cut straight down here, and we take the other end off. Push all that to the side because that's that garbage. We're going to cut this onion in half. We only really need half, not even. Take the skin off. Now the fun part. Just clear some of this away for you so you can see what I'm doing. Easiest way to cut an onion is to create a crosshatch. So what we're going to do is curl your fingers again, slicing down into the onion, almost to the end. All the way down until we get over to the side. Next thing, you want to take the knife and go sideways, very cautiously. Keep your hand up, and again into here. So this is going to pre-cut the onion into squares for you. Give it a little tap, helps it stay together. Now we're going to flip it so we can cut it. We're going to cut nice and thin, right here along. And as you can see, instantly, it cuts that onion into small little pieces for you, and it saves you a lot of time. So we're going to take that onion, and we're going to add that to our bowl. Alright. Push this to the side here. Whew, it's a strong onion. Makes my eyes cry. One day, I'm going to make the onions cry. I swear. Alright, next thing we're going to do is take that tomato. You want to get the core out of here. So very carefully, I just cut around the core here. And that guy comes right out. Same thing we did with the onion. You're going to cut down, flat side down, cutting across. Keep those fingers curled out of the way so that you don't hurt yourself. Again, we cut here. And when we cut across, we have nice, clean, small dice. Okay? again, goes into our bowl. So now, we have a nice, bright, colorful blend. The beans, the tomato, the onions, the corn. I'm going to finish with the second half of the onion real quick here. The trick to being able to do this is a sharp knife. If your knife's not sharp enough, it's not going to cut through the skin. Again, nice and fast. Takes all of 3 seconds. Into the bowl with that. Alright. So next thing we're going to do is take our pepper. Pepper, you're going to take the top off, and then we're going to take the bottom off. These pieces are still good. Don't get rid of them. We can definitely still use them. Take these out, put them to the side. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take this pepper and we're going to slice down here. The trick is that you're going to roll it. So what we're doing is we're cutting the membrane here and we're actually cleaning the pepper as we open it up. Again, coming towards your fingers. Be very careful. I like to kind of grab over here, take this, and away it goes. Now you've got a really nice long piece of pepper. Really makes it easy to cut. So what I like to do is we cut across like this. Again, keeping your fingers nice and far away. Chop it all the way through. And then we're going to take this whole pile and we're going to flip it. This makes it easy for me to get a good hold on it. I can curl my fingers and cut across. Okay? Awesome. I'm going to take this, get it out of the way, put it in here. Sneaky. Alright. These little bits, same thing, just cut across them. Nice and quick. Keep your fingers curled and out of the way. And then we're going to cut across. Okay, so now we've got the base here all ready for us. I've got some cilantro because I love it. So I've got some on hand here. I'm going to grab a nice little handful. We're going to cut this up and add it. Some people hate cilantro. You love it or you hate it. There's truly no in between. Alright, garlic, stay over there. So again, we're going to roll this up, kind of like a little burrito in itself. And just do a rough chop all the way through. Okay, so we're going to get that in there, add it to the bowl. Alright. So now that that's done, what we're going to do is we're going to put this to the side here, and we're going to work on our vinaigrette. I prefer to make my vinaigrette in a jar. One of the easiest ways that you can do it. Vinaigrette is simple. What you really need is your flavor, your oil, as well as your vinegar, so your acid of some form. My dogs are outside and they really want to come in, so bear with me here while they do a little ruff in the background. Okay, so what I have here is a clean lime. Well, I rinse and clean the lime ahead of time. Reason being is you don't know who's touched it. And what I'm going to do is use some of the zest. The zest is where you get a lot of the flavor from. The oils are actually in the skin here, and along with the acid, that's what makes the lime really nice. So we want to use both. So I'm just simply going to go ahead and use my rasp and get some of this lovely zest off here. Alright. So what we're going to do, we're going to take this lovely zest that we've got, bright green, and that's going into our jar, most of it. Alright. So now we're going to take this lovely clove of garlic that we've got here, and we're going to rough chop it. The reason we're going to rough chop it is that I'm going to show you a different technique that you can use to make a paste out of your garlic, so that way you don't have big chunks floating around inside your dressing. Nobody likes a huge chunk. Garlic's great, but it's raw. So what we're going to do is we're going to take some coarse salt. That coarse salt is going to be abrasive. We're going to take that and we're going to put it in with our garlic. Now, we're going to take our knife and we're going to press. And pressing this is going to help break down the garlic. And we're just going to keep pressing and pressing and pressing. Okay. And this is going to help turn this into a paste. So now, we're going to take that paste And that's going to go into our dressing. Now bear in mind you've just added some salt there, right? So be conscious of that when you're adding it later. So right now we've got our lime zest, our garlic, and we've got our lime here. So we're going to roll the lime. The reason we roll it is it helps break up the cells that hold the juice in there, and it's going to make the lime juice a lot easier for you. So now we're going to take this lime, we're going to cut it in half. We're going to take our fork, and we're just going to add this in here to our vinaigrette. Alright, so we're going to try and get as much of this juice in here as possible. The dogs are really entertained out there, I can tell. All that juice. Alright, perfect. Now, I'm going to give that a little stir while I can. Alright. Take some oil. Do about equal parts. And then we're going to take this. And we're going to give it a shake. Alright. Mix it together a bit. Good. Dry my hands off. A little bit of pepper. Get that in there. Now, something that makes everything really taste like it's Mexican is cumin. So I'm just going to take a little sprinkle here. We're going to put that in there, give it a little extra flavor. Put that to the side. Give that another little shake. So now, I'm going to take the end of the fork here. Nice. So we're going to take this. I'm just going to pour it all over the top here. Spoon. Very carefully, you're going to give this all a nice mix. See all those lovely flavors and coming together. And that, folks, is all you need to make yourself a little bit of a Mexican salad here. Awesome. Let's see what we did. Very nice. So you can let this sit. The flavors are all going to mingle together, hang out, get to know each other. A little bit more salt here, I think. Definitely going to season all of this nicely. The longer it sits, the more it's going to mingle. Like we're not allowed to right now. Unfortunately, I'm kind of jealous. Again, hope everybody's being safe, staying clean, washing their hands, staying home, using what you have at home, avoiding going to the stores. Alright, so now we're going to take this and we're going to put this to the side for a second here. This is a two-part meal. Nice thing about this is that if you have tortillas at home, you can easily make yourself some quesadillas. So I've got a little package here. I'm going to open this one up. Tortillas. I love that they're authentic looking. Nothing's perfect, so I'm going to turn the oven on here. I have a cast iron pan. The reason I use this, it's heavy duty, it lasts forever, and it actually adds iron to your food. So if you cook with it, it's healthy for you. So we're going to get that pan to heat up a little bit. And we're going to put some oil in there. Just a little bit, just to coat the bottom of the pan. Okay, so now we're going to take our tortillas. First one we're going to put in the bottom of the pan. Give it a good little spin, get some of that oil on it. We'll take a sprinkle of our cheese. Turn this down a little bit too hot. Sprinkle that cheese on here. Then we're going to take some of this lovely salad that we just made. Drain off some of that liquid there. We don't want it too runny. And we're going to fill the inside here. Okay. Now, personally, I find it easier to do them in halves. The reason, I'm going to grab my spatula here, is that when you flip it, it stays in its own little pocket. So you can tell here we've already got some nice browning. That cheese is going to melt. Give it a good little seal here, push it together, make sure that cheese acts like the glue like we want it to. Right? Everything's in here. Give it a quick little flip. I'll lose a little bit, but that's okay. I'm going to take our plate. Try and collect that stuff back up into that tortilla here. And onto the plate it goes. That guy is going to sit right there for a minute. Clean this out. Right. We're going to do our next one. Next one goes in. Get that out of the way. Same thing. Sprinkle our cheese on here. Now, nice thing is, this is a vegetarian option. If you have chicken, ground beef, anything, throw it in here. Again, we're using whatever we have on hand. It's a pandemic, we don't really have a choice. We're stuck at home, so we're doing with what we've got. Again, fill this up here nice. Nice and even. Perfect. That to the side. Push our tortilla together here. Give it a little press. We're going to give that a minute to cook. While that cooks, let's cut into this one and see what we've got here. Now, got your quesadilla all ready to go. Let's stack these on top of each other nicely here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Clean that up there a little bit. A little extra here on the side. Check on this one here. Oh, we're losing it. Come on, everybody, back together. Give it a little flip. And that stuff that we lose on the side, we'll just put it back in after. That's that finished cooking on that side. Got some sour cream here. Nice fresh container. Open this up. Give it a little mix. We'll dollop the sour cream here to the side. Awesome. Alright, turn this one off. And take a little salsa. Put this here on the side. A couple more sprigs of cilantro just to make it look nice. And there we go, guys. Canned beans, canned corn, a few extra things, some tortillas, some cheese, whatever you've really got on hand. Makes a nice dish for everybody to share. Great for the family, vegetarian, and you can bulk it up. I hope this helps. Stay safe, stay clean, and I hope to see you guys soon.